You know what I've noticed? Every time we grow, we also discover that something's missing. So, knowledge reveals ignorance, strength reveals weakness. Why does progress always seem to come with its own shadow? Take school, for example. It's like the smarter you get, the dumber you realize that you actually are. Why? Because it's like being smart reveals to you how much that you actually don't know. Like how much information you have compared to what's actually out there, right? So it's like the smarter you get, the dumber you realize that you are, because the more you realize that you're missing. It's kind of weird. Essentially, we think progress fills gaps, but it might just be the opposite. I think it opens new ones. This is what I call the paradox of opposites. You know, in my own life, the more I knew, the more I realized that I didn't know, right? Well, the stronger I got, the weaker I realized I really am, because the stronger I realized I needed to become. Take the gym, for example. If you're someone who has a goal of lifting 100 pounds, right? 100 pounds of weight. Someone who lifts only 5 pounds will have a really hard time knowing and truly comprehending what it means to lift 100 versus someone who already lifts 60, because he has went through the journey. So it's like the more you lift, the more you realize how hard it is to lift harder, right? Someone who's weak will never have that perception of life. It's kind of like two different realities. And strangely, the funny thing is that this doesn't mean that you're failing, right? Or that I was failing when I knew something and I realized that I didn't know. It actually means that we're actually growing. And take this other example. Let's say there's a mountain climber who wishes to climb the Mount Everest, right? It's a pretty tall mountain. And it's like the higher he gets, the more he'll realize how much is left to actually climb, right? When you're at the bottom of it, you can't really see the top of it. But the higher you get, the more effort you realize it'll take to actually get to the top. It's a weird paradox that really messes up with your mind. But maybe that's what progress is all about. Maybe growth doesn't erase our blind spots, but it just stretches our vision on it, right? On these blind spots. And the wider you see, the more shadows you seem to notice, right? So maybe true growth really just means reaching a place where you have a better view of your overall weaknesses. What do you think?